So here are the given objectives. So in the first bullet, we have to critically examine the teacher's ethical and professional lapses in the viral TikTok video and their impact on education system integrity. On the second bullet is to explore how the implying child abuse violates DepEd Code of Ethics. And the third bullet is to evaluate the behavior's effects on safe nurturing school environments. And the fourth bullet is to review DepEd's investigation and actions. And the last bullet is to propose solutions like mandatory workshops and stricter social media guidelines to uphold educators' responsibilities and protect learners.
A viral TikTok video featuring a public school teacher has sparked widespread concern by appearing to inappropriate behavior towards students, highlighting serious unethical and professional lapses that undermine the teaching profession and erode public trust in the education system. In November 2021, a male teacher from Central Luzon was investigated after a TikTok video spread online and raised ethical concern. The video caption, "Pag dumaan yung cute na student mo, tamang pa-cute lang," showed the teacher dancing and biting his lips in a suggestive way. When a student passed by, even if the act was meant as a casual fun, posting it publicly was seen as not a proper and not professional. Teachers are expected to serve as a role models and protect the well-being of their student. So, this incident showed the importance of keeping proper conduct both in school and social medias. Before entering teaching, it is appropriate that we know our limitations, especially the difference between a personal joke that could affect your profession. As an educator, it is important to always remember the Code of Ethics in Article 8. Where we will learn what should and should not be done in our chosen profession. In addition, be careful in using a content that could damage your standing as a professional teacher.
This is a serious school incident that may break rules on ethic and child protection. It harms the safe learning environment schools must provide. It calls for quick action, accountability, investigation, and prevention through better training and social media rules.
In November 2021, a male teacher from Central Luzon was investigated after a TikTok video spread online in which ethical concern. The video caption, "Kapag dumaan yung cute na student mo, tamang pag-cute lang." In the video, we can see that the teacher was dancing and biting his lips in a suggestive way when the student was passing by. Even if the act was meant for the casual fun, posting it publicly was seen not proper and not professional. Because teachers are expected to act as the role model and protect the well-being of their learners. So, this incident showed the importance of keeping proper conduct both in school and social media. This case gained attention and led the Department of Education to remind the teacher of her duty to follow the highest ethical standard. The DepEd said that educator must avoid an action that could harm or disrespect learners, since the school should always be safe and supportive. This situation was clearly show how the teacher behavior was against for the codes of ethics. For the professional teacher, especially for the Article 7, which is the teachers and the community, and Article 8, the teachers and the learners, which highlights the needs for dignity, respect, and professionalism in all interaction. In November 2021, a male teacher from Central Luzon was investigated after a TikTok video spread online and reached ethical concern. The video caption, "Kapag dumaan yung cute na student mo, tamang pa-cute lang." In the video, it showed that the teacher was dancing and biting his lips in a suggestive way when a student was passing by. Although the act may have been meant as a casual entertainment, but posting it publicly was widely seen as improper and not professional, especially because the teacher are expected to act as a role model and protect the well-being of the learner.
The Department of Education under the direct order of then Secretary Leonor Biones, launched a formal investigation into a male teacher from Central Luzon following a controversial social media post that breached the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. The probe executed by the regional director centered on the teacher's public admission of acting cute for a student he found attractive, a move that DepEd labeled as a sexualization of the teacher-student relationship and a precursor to potential child abuse. By failing to maintain professional boundaries and posting content that compromised the dignity of the learning environment, the teacher violated the DepEd child protection policy. Ultimately, this case serves as a high-profile reminder that public servants are held to the highest ethical standards, and any digital conduct that threatens the safety of sanctity of the classroom will result in swift administrative and legal consequences.
The situation described in the Philippine News Agency article demonstrates a serious breach of professional ethics under Article 8, the teacher and the learners of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. This article emphasizes that the teacher's foremost responsibility is to protect the welfare, dignity, and rights of learners and to maintain professionalism at all times. The violation of Article 8, Section 2 states that the interests and welfare of learners are of first and foremost concern, and that teachers must treat learners justly and impartially. In this case, the teacher's act of posting a TikTok video insinuating inappropriate attention toward a cute student clearly contradicts this principle. Publicly portraying a learner in such a manner compromises the student's dignity and emotional safety. It creates an environment where the learner is objectified rather than protected, which is the opposite of prioritizing a child's welfare. Furthermore, social media behavior that involves students must always reflect professionalism and caution as it can permanently affect a learner's reputation and sense of security. Violation of Article 8, Section 3 provides that under no circumstance shall a teacher be prejudiced or discriminate against a learner. Although the incident way that not involve former academic discrimination, the teacher's behavior suggests preferential treatment based on physical appearance, which is a form of bias. Singling out a student as cute in a public platform can create unequal treatment and unhealthy attention. This undermines fairness in the classroom and can cause discomfort, embarrassment, or emotional harm to the learner and others. Such conduct violates the ethical obligation to treat all students equally and with respect. Overall ethical impact taken together, this action damaged the trust between teachers, learners, and the community. Teachers hold a position of authority and influence, and any misuse of the position, especially in public spaces like social media, can seriously harm their learning environment. The teacher's conduct fails to uphold and professional integrity, compromises learners' protection, and contradicts the core values of respect, fairness, and responsibility required of educators.
So for the fifth part of our case study, this section discusses the possible solutions or suggested actions about a teacher who went viral because of his post on TikTok. First, we talked about the preventive measures. These are actions that can help avoid similar issues in the future. Since the post started on TikTok, teachers should be constantly reminded to use social media responsibly. Even outside the school, teachers are expected to act professionally, especially when their posts involve a learner. Next is the corrective steps. These are the actions that should be taken once such incident has already happened. School administrators and deputy officials should conduct proper investigation to understand the situation while also making sure that the learner involved is protected. If a violation is confirmed, appropriate actions should be taken based on the existing policies. Lastly, we included ethical improvement and professional development. Teachers should be encouraged to reflect on their own behavior and learn from the situation. Attending seminars on ethics, child protection, and responsible social media use can help teachers become more aware of how their actions affect learners. These suggested actions aim to protect learners and maintain professionalism in the teaching profession.
The teacher's behavior shown in the video clip is a clear violation of professional ethics and may be considered as child and sexual abuse. The suggestive text and actions displayed were inappropriate and disturbing, especially coming from someone who entrusted with the care and development of learners. Instead of protecting students, the teacher's actions compromise their dignity and safety. As educators, teachers are expected to create a safe, respectful, and nurturing learning environment. This case reminds us that teacher holds power and influence over learners, which must never be abused. The Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers exists to guide educators in maintaining their integrity, professionalism, and moral responsibility in all circumstances, including public and online spaces. This situation highlights the importance of setting and respecting clear boundaries between teachers and students. Teachers must always be mindful of their words, actions, and behavior, as even seemingly small actions can have serious consequences. Practicing self-reflection is essential so that teachers can evaluate whether their behavior upholds their respect and protects learners' welfare. Ethical awareness plays a vital role in preventing such incidents. When teachers are ethically aware, they become more sensitive to the impact of their actions and are more likely to act responsibly and professionally. This awareness fosters trust, respect, and a positive learning environment. Ultimately, upholding ethical standards ensures that schools remain a safe spaces where learners can grow academically, emotionally, and socially.
This case examines a teacher's video which raised ethical concern about student safety and professionalism. The teacher's actions violate the code of ethics, potentially creating an unsafe environment for students. We must prioritize ethical awareness, implement clear guidelines, and provide ethics training to educators. This ensures our schools remain safe and supportive spaces for all learners. Thank you.